Hello and welcome to Instablog's Global Report. This is Sukmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Afghan capital abuses political debates ahead of presidential elections in August. President Philippe Calderon and French counterpart Nicolas Sarkozy signed various agreements to boost bilateral ties. And Taliban warns against issuance of national identity cards to women in Khyber agency. With the declaration of elections date, the political atmosphere in Afghanistan's political hub in Capital Kabul has started buzzing with political debate, predicting the outcome. CJ Kramuddin Behram from Kabul says that no contender has submitted names for challenging the current president, Hamid Karzai.
This is Afghanistan Behram from Kabul on Instablogs.com. With the declaration of elections date, the political atmosphere in Afghanistan's political hub in Capital Kabul has started buzzing with political debates. Everyone is interested in the city to know and predict their future leader, from a salesman in a shop to a member of the parliament, and from big guns of the sitting government to political gurus. All have started putting forth their arguments and insights on the shape of the upcoming administration. Most believe Karzai is standing on the exit door, and someone not known yet is peeping through the windows of the presidential palace. With about 6 months' time left for the ultimate showdown, no contender has submitted a name for challenging the serving president. However, expectations are high that the United National Front of Afghanistan, an alliance of Jihadi Leaders, would most probably name a contestant who may overcome the serving president in the upcoming presidential contest.
Mexican President Philippe Calderon and his French counterpart Nicolas Sarkozy have signed various agreements to boost bilateral ties between both the countries. Our CJ from Mexico says that France is one of the largest foreign investors in the country.
Mexican President Felipe Calderon and his French counterpart Nicolas Sarkozy on Monday signed various agreements and vowed to boost ties. The two leaders announced that $800 million would be invested in Mexico by French companies. Calderon said some $550 million would be used to fund a military helicopter plant in Mexico. The two leaders also signed agreements on security and on setting up a plant to produce vaccines. Currently, there are some 300 French companies in Mexico employing over 80,000 workers, making France one of Mexico's main foreign investors.
The Taliban has warned the National Database and Registration Authority in the Khyber Agency of Pakistan not to issue national identity cards to women in the area, considering it as un-Islamic. CJ Karim Khan says that women in Pakistan have asked the government not to yield before Taliban and instead fight them down.
This is Karim Khan, citizen journalist on Instablogs from Pakistan. The hostility of Taliban toward women has necessitated a dialogue with Taliban leaders over the issue of women's rights. On the International Women's Day observed on Sunday, 8th of March, women in Pakistan demanded equal rights in all fields. This stands in stark contrast to the Taliban's agenda of minimizing women's participation in social, cultural, economic and political activities. Since negotiations are underway with Taliban leaders for peace in the tribal belt, women's rights in the affected areas need to be addressed during the grand meetings of all leaders in order to prevent the oppression of women in the name of religion. As far as Pakistani women in the 21st century are concerned, the very thought of being ruled like slaves is out of question to them.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.